Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Daily Fix. I am a usual host and presenter, Advocate Tuloyan. Oh, I'm not feeling well today. I have some flu, but the struggle goes on. Late yesterday, I got information that Kelly Kumalo was again seen at the Vosloorus police station. She was seen at the Vosloorus police station at about, I think it was about 10:11 a.m. And I said to myself, oh, I should have got this news earlier, because had I got it at the time that she was seen in and around the Vosloorus police station, I could have brought to the news right away. But anyway, let us continue to analyze what this possibly can mean. It can only be one thing. Remember that the Vosloorus police station is a police station where the killing of Senzo Meyiwa was reported. That is where the two dockets 636 and 375 were opened. Now, what could Kelly be doing here? One wonders. But we have seen people spin narratives here. We've seen the last episode of the Daily Fix I told you about. The concern of AfriForum about the existence of two dockets in respect of, one murder investigation. I'm also concerned about that. Ordinary South Africans are also concerned about that. Even when I talk to policemen who are not even involved in that murder investigation, they just get baffled when I tell them that. Have you heard of the Senzo Meyiwa trial where there are two investigation dockets in respect of one murder investigation? They just get puzzled. So nobody has really ever heard, rather, of something like this. It is unique to the Senzo Meyiwa investigation and trial that we have two dockets. But anyway, there we are. Kelly was seen again at the Vosloorus police station. What is happening here? Is evidence being cooked? Is there something being done here? Do the police intend to charge her? Because, like I always say, a police station is not just a shopping mall. You don't just walk in and out of a police station when you have no business being there. She surely has got some business going on there. The last time you'll recall that she was seen, Kininde was also seen there, a short while thereafter. So I think the pieces are coming together. Remember, we are now on a countdown to April 14th. And is something going to happen before April 14th? This trial, anything can happen in this trial, because remember, we're in the second trial here. But, speculation can sometimes be a bit dangerous, because in the absence of concrete evidence, speculating, can actually be quite problematic, because we might come up with wrong speculations. So I tried to get my informant to try and find out what she could have possibly been there for. But we hit a brick wall. We've still not been able to establish why she was there. But in the absence of getting any information, I always say there's no vacuum in the information space. Right? We can only surmise or come to the conclusion that it has got something to do with the Meyiwa trial. Like I've just indicated, Police stations are not shopping malls. You don't just walk in and out when you really have no business to be there. So my own analysis, about it is something is going on. Probably the version of 636 that is unfolding in the Pretoria High Court, is facing serious problems. It is facing serious problems. And Docket 636, remember, was really opened to protect the real people behind the killing of Senzo Meyiwa. So, Kelly is a key person in that plot, because allegedly she's the trigger puller in the killing of Senzo Meyiwa, while the others play, supplementary roles, because people like in India, for instance, if the whole plot is exposed, people like in India are liable to be charged with the crime of defeating the ends of justice. So there we are, and I hope to get to my informant very soon, and perhaps we could get you some detail as to what this lady is doing in that place. And interestingly, I don't know, the mainstream media is not carrying this story. The mainstream media is not carrying this story. When I heard about this, I called, a well-known journalist yesterday and tried to say to him, have you heard of this? And he said, no, I've not heard of that. And I tried to give him the information, but he said, no. You see, your informant is anonymous and cannot be named. I said, yes, of course, the informant is a whistleblower. How do you expect me to name a whistleblower? So he said, no, I don't know. Maybe I don't think my editors will run a story like that. So when you bring you this kind of news, don't think that we are just getting it out of our fingers. We are not getting this information out of our fingers. This is real news. It's unfortunate that the mainstream media will not have anything to do with things like that. But there you have it. Kelly Kumalo seen at the Vosloorus police station once again. And like I always say, there's no smoke without fire. Something must blow up this coming week or coming weeks in the run-up to the resumption of the trial on the 14th of April. So, having said that, I hope I recover from this flu, and I will recover, I'm sure, either today or tomorrow. Thank you very much for the subscriptions, and thank you very much for the views, and have a wonderful day.